that?
Oh, that's
lovely. That's quite comfortable. Cavernous. If I can come in front of you.
Can you fit in front of me?
Sort of driving position.
Anyway, I think I've got my legs in shot here, so we can see how squashed they are. Oh, there's my feet. Keep going.
There we are.
Oh, I'm over the moon.
I might be better at the drifting here in this position.
I'm going to say
Because I
something
could do
bold
it with my mum would drive like this.
I'm going to say something bold.
Yeah.
The Twizy had more room in the back.
Did it?
I think it did, yeah.
Well, there's some consumer advice for you. If you want more room in the back than the Toyota GT86, buy a Renault Twizy.
Buy a Renault Twizy. What don't you like about the interior?
The plastics, they're awful, they're brittle, they're from the mid-90s, they're dark, they're just... If you were spending 26 grand on this car, which is what these cars cost new, I didn't spend that because I got it second hand.
Christ, no, I think I would have stopped you if you were going to spend that.
But if you were spending that much money on a new car, you'd want it to look and feel better than this does on the inside. I mean, you compare this to any German car, as you well know, and it just doesn't stack up. No, it's awful.
Not even close.
The build quality isn't great on this car. You drive this car for any length of time and you will wake up to a new squeak and rattle on every journey.
I'll be honest, I've noticed a few myself coming from the back.
Oh yeah, you'll notice a few one day, and then you'll get into the car the next day and they'll have disappeared and they'll have somehow moved to somewhere else in the car. It's like being possessed. This car is possessed with squeaks and rattles. A lot has been mentioned about this, right? And you're probably going to know this already. It's the lack of torque from the engine, or the bizarre way in which the engine has a huge deficit of torque right in the mid-range.
Right where a turbo should have been put.
Right where you want some torque. The throttle response initially, up to about 2,500, you think, oh, this car's great. It's got a really good throttle response, it's sprightly. And then you get into the mid-range, and then it's like nothing. It's like somebody's put the brakes on, and then you've got to wait what feels like an age until you get up to about 5.5, and then it sort of comes on cam again and remembers that it's an engine and starts pulling. And then you change gear, which is nice.
Good gearbox then.
Good gearbox. You change gear, and then you're back into that huge torque deficit again, and you've got to start the process all over. The engine doesn't make a nice sound. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't sound great. It sort of sounds hollow, and then when you get to a certain amount of revs, it sort of changes pitch, and then it just sounds like somebody belching. It's like a and you're like, oh,
nice impression.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. And then you're like, oh, okay, it's about time I change gear now because it sounds horrendous.
Can you think of a fifth thing you hate about this car?
Hate? I don't think so. I think 4's probably enough. I think they're already quite big things. I think I'm going to let it off the hook slightly because I did buy this car. I think I would probably hate it if I'd spent 26 grand on this car.
We'll make that the fifth point would be
if the price if you were to buy
26 grand for this car.
Yeah.
Wow.